Hello, my name is Derryll Wristpus, and welcome to my channel where we dive deep into the world of relationships, provide you with tools to help you grow and thrive as an individual. So, whether you're single, navigating through the dating scene, or in a committed relationship, this might be the channel for you. Here we discuss topics such as communication, boundaries, self love, emotional intelligence, human behavior, and more. And so let's dive into this topic. I'm going to be talking about 5 ways sharing your thoughts and your feelings can grow your relationship. This is something that a lot of relationships struggle from. People aren't coming with the real, they're not being authentic. They come in with this mask that shows you and tells you what you want to hear and what you want to see. And eventually, the chickens are going to come home to roost. The person, at some point, it might be after 2 months or 3 months, they're going to start getting comfortable. And you're going to start seeing that what they say and what they do isn't congruent, meaning it's not matching. Who is this person? Where did they come from? So it's really important that going into a relationship, you be who you're going to be. Say who you are, right? So let's get into this. Let's get into this because I don't want to be long. And I'm going to start with 5 and work my way up. Sharing your true thoughts and feelings in your relationship is going to create a deeper connection. So when you're doing this, it's going to create a deeper level of emotional intimacy. This can help you feel more connected and supported, leading to a stronger and more fulfilling relationship. Emotional intimacy is very, very important. If you don't have emotional intimacy in your relationship, you essentially don't have a relationship. Let me say that again. If you don't have emotional intimacy in your relationship, you don't truly have a relationship. This is how important emotional intimacy is to your relationship. I'm not sure what it is that you have, but it's a problem. So you want to share your thoughts and feelings to create that deeper connection. Um, it also creates a deeper bond and closeness that leads to sharing their deepest feelings and their fears. Everyone wants to be able to do this in their relationship. Most, or maybe some men won't admit this, but men want to be able to share their deepest feelings and fears to that one person. They really do want to be able to do that. So being able to create a space where a person feels comfortable sharing their feelings and sharing their thoughts is going to be really, really important to take your relationship to another level. And then sharing your thoughts and feelings is going to help you to feel connected. It's going to help them feel connected to you at a higher and on a deeper level. It's also going to build some trust, and it's going to build a stronger relationship. It's going to make your relationship stronger. Number 4, strengthen communication. Sharing your thoughts and feelings is going to strengthen your communication. Effective communication is key to a healthy relationship. But again, sharing your thoughts and feelings is going to help you and your partner develop better communication skills. And this will help you and them learn to express yourself more effectively. When you learn how your partner communicates, are they more of a kinesthetic communicator, or a visual communicator, or a auditory communicator? It will help you understand better what they're saying, and it will help you to communicate better with them when you're communicating with them. So um, this will help you express yourselves more effectively. When you know how you communicate, it will help you express yourself more effectively. And when the person knows how you communicate, it will help them to understand you better and communicate with you better in return. So it does create a deeper level of understanding and connection, and it helps you to feel closer to them, and the relationship becomes more satisfying and more fulfilling. To know, just to know that someone understands you, they get you better than anyone else. I can't tell you how important that is in a relationship, because you're going to share a bond and a connection with that person that you don't share with anyone else. So strengthening your communication is definitely going to be key. 3, resolve conflicts is going to help you to resolve your conflicts. When you communicate openly and honestly, you can identify and address issues before they escalate and get out of control. So when you're constantly sharing your feelings and your thoughts on a regular basis, this is actually going to help lessen the amount of conflicts. There won't be a need to resolve as many conflicts, because you're sharing your thoughts and feelings on a regular basis. And then when a conflict does come up, it's going to help you to address those issues quickly, especially when you're doing what we talked about before, strengthening your communication. This is going to work with that to help you help things not even get to a point where they're escalating at a high level. So that's going to be key. And then it's going to help you learn to, it's going to help you when to know when to address something. I know I've been guilty in the past. When I see something wrong, I just want to go. Like, let's sit down, let's talk about this right now. Like, we got to talk about this right now. Sit down. And she wants to process it. She wants to take a little time, whether it's a day or two, or, whatever. She wants to process it. And so you don't want to rush in and bombard a person, because that could cause things to escalate. So you want to know when is a good time. Is the person tired? Have they been working all day? Or are they already frustrated about something that maybe just happened? Maybe they might need a second. Maybe you came at them with something they weren't even thinking about. So they're going to need some time to think about that a little bit. Let them process that. So it's going to help you to know when to address things. And it's also going to help you know how to address things. You don't always want to rush in yelling, kicking, and screaming. You don't want to rush in being sarcastic, or you don't want to come in cracking jokes. So there's a time when to address something, and then there's also a way to address something, depending on what the situation is, how important it is to you, how important it is to the other person, and then what type of mood everybody is in. So keep those things in mind, because you want to know. And then here's the other thing: it's also going to help when you're actually in the situation and there is a conflict, there's a disagreement. It's knowing when to pause, or when to say, okay, let's pause for a second, or let's stop. Let's give it an hour, or let's give it 2 hours, and we'll come back to this. It's knowing when to pause. I say one thing that I use and I tell clients is when you're in the heat of a conflict, a serious issue where somebody is ticked off, sometimes you want to pause while they're talking. I'm not saying you're ignoring them, but while they're talking, you want to pause for a second and ask yourself, what do I really want to happen right now? What do I really want to happen right now? And if you're honest with yourself, the answer is going to be somewhere along the line of, I want us to be on the same page, or I want peace, or I want us to get along. And then the next question is, what can I do right now to put us back on track, to put us on that path? And sometimes it might be, baby, listen, I see you're upset. I'm really upset right now. Let's pause for a few seconds. Let's just pause. And if we can't continue, let's just wait for about an hour and come back. Or let me give you a couple hours. And sometimes you might just have to say, come here. Give me a hug. Listen, just let me hold you for a second. Let's take some deep breaths. Let's relax for a second, and then let's see if we can continue the conversation. And if we can't continue the conversation, we will come back to it later. So you want to be able, to do those things. So sometimes it's how to address the issue. Sometimes it's when to address the issue. And other times it's knowing when to back off and chill. The second, increase understanding. Sharing your thoughts and feelings will increase understanding. This will give your partner a better opportunity to understand you and to understand your perspective. It's going to give them a glimpse and a chance to look at the situation or look at life or relationships through the other's lens. So that's key. The other thing is it will help them become more empathetic. This will help them become more empathetic and supportive, leading to a deeper level of intimacy and connection. To have someone be more empathetic and more supportive of your thoughts, your feelings, is undoubtedly going to lead to a deeper connection. It's going to lead to a deeper level of intimacy. As we're going through these things, keep all these things in mind, because sometimes it might seem like they're running together, but it's not that they're running together, it's that they're connected. It's the communication, it's to be able to resolve issues. All those things are basically going to run together. They're not running together, they're connecting. And all this stuff is going to lead you to a deeper connection. Number one I have is building trust. Sharing your thoughts and feelings is going to help demonstrate a level of vulnerability and honesty that can build trust in your relationship. It's going to help. It's going to help with communicating what's real and what's true for you. There will be no guessing. If you're being authentic and you're being true, you're being real, the person you're with is not going to have to guess what you think. They're going to know, or in a situation like this is what they're going to say, or this is what they're going to think, or I know this is probably what they're going to do. There won't be any guessing. And so this is going to allow your relationship to grow even further and progress. It'll make it easier to depend on them and to picture a life with them when a person can trust you because you've been sharing your thoughts and feelings. It's going to allow them they're going to be able to see a future with you when you do that. It also aids in your personal growth, and it helps to lessen or eliminate doubts and insecurities that you might have in the other gender or with yourself. It's actually going to help with some of your personal growth in that way. So it's important to understand that trust is the foundation of every relationship. You have to have trust in your relationship. And so I hope these tips were helpful for you. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you listen to the end, and please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell so you will get notifications of my next post. So I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your day, and God bless.